4458. A cruise 4,000 feet. Clearance would mean that the pilot is authorized to A. Vacate 4,000 feet without notifying ATC. B. Climb to, but not descend from 4,000 feet without further ATC clearance. C. Use any altitude from minimum IFR to 4,000 feet, but must report leaving each altitude. The correct answer is A. When ATC issues a cruise altitude clearance, it authorizes the pilot to climb to the specified altitude and maintain it during the cruise portion of the flight. The pilot is not required to seek further ATC clearance for climbing to the specified altitude. However, this clearance does not grant the authority to descend from the assigned altitude without additional instructions from ATC. 4393. What is the recommended climb procedure when a non-radar departure control instructs a pilot to climb to the assigned altitude? A. Maintain a continuous optimum climb until reaching assigned altitude and report passing each 1,000-foot level. B. Climb at a maximum angle of climb to within 1,000 feet of the assigned altitude, then 500 feet per minute the last 1,000 feet. C. Maintain an optimum climb on the center line of the airway without intermediate level-offs until 1,000 feet below assigned altitude, then 500 to 1,500 feet per minute. The correct answer is C. Pilots should commence climb or descent as soon as possible and acknowledge the clearance when ATC has not used the phrase "at pilot's discretion" or placed any climb or descent limitations. Attempt to descend or climb at a rate of between 500 and 1,500 fpm until the allotted height is reached, then descend or climb at an optimum rate consistent with the operating parameters of the aircraft to 1,000 feet above or below the assigned altitude. 4555. To comply with ATC instructions for altitude changes of more than 1,000 feet, what rate of climb or descent should be used? A. As rapidly as practicable to 500 feet above/below the assigned altitude, and then at 500 feet per minute until the assigned altitude is reached. B. 1,000 feet per minute during climb and 500 feet per minute during descents until reaching the assigned altitude. C. As rapidly as practicable to 1,000 feet above/below the assigned altitude, and then between 500 and 1,500 feet per minute until reaching the assigned altitude. The correct answer is C. When ATC instructs a pilot to climb or descend by more than 1,000 feet, the pilot should initially climb or descend as rapidly as practicable to a level 1,000 feet above or below the assigned altitude. After reaching this 1,000 feet buffer, the pilot should then maintain a rate of climb or descent between 500 and 1,500 feet per minute until reaching the assigned altitude. 4442. Which clearance procedures may be issued by ATC without prior pilot request? A. DPs, stars, and contact approaches. B. Contact and visual approaches. C. DPs, stars, and visual approaches. The correct answer is C. Only when specifically requested by the pilot and when the reported ground visibility at the destination airport is at least 1 sm are contact approaches permitted. When it will be operationally advantageous and certain requirements can be met, ATC may start a visual approach. ATC assigns DPs and stars as it deems necessary. 4443. What is the significance of an ATC clearance which reads CRLSE 6000? A. The pilot must maintain 6,000 until reaching the IAF serving the destination airport, then execute the published approach procedure. B. It authorizes a pilot to conduct flight at any altitude from minimum IF or altitude up to and including 6,000. C. The pilot is authorized to conduct flight at any altitude from minimum IF or altitude up to and including 6,000, but each change in altitude must be reported to ATC. The correct answer is B. When an ATC clearance includes the phrase cruise altitude, it means that the pilot is authorized to fly at any altitude between the minimum IFR altitude and the specified altitude, in this case, 6,000 feet. The pilot has the discretion to choose an altitude within that range based on factors such as aircraft performance, weather conditions, and terrain clearance. There is no requirement to report altitude changes to ATC unless specifically instructed.